Hello Nidorinos and Nidorinos, and welcome to Saffron City, where we have two Kanto teams going face to face with the Viridian and Fissure challenging the Saffron Psychics. The Fissure are going to start out with Runerigus and Swampert, whereas Gardevoir and Exeggutor are starting out the Saffron Psychics. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win today, the Psychics or the Fissure. Both teams are on massive losing streaks, so hopefully one of them can turn that around today, unless we have a draw, which we don't want. We don't want our first draw to be in this game. Gardevoir is going to start out with Nightshade on Runerigus, getting a very good hit to start off the battle. Swampert with its opportunity to respond. Swampert having that 110 attack stat, and it's actually going to use it going with a Seismic Toss onto Exeggutor. Good hit considering it is a Psychic type. Exeggutor now having that 125 base special attack. So if it gets off like something like a Grass type move onto, say, a Swampert, it will definitely wipe that out in one go. But at the moment it just goes with the agility, boosting that speed. Runerigus is going to go with the Inferno. If it targets Exeggutor, it will be super effective, but it goes for Gardevoir. Still doing a decent amount of damage, and actually leaves Gardevoir with that burn. Gardevoir is going to be taking damage, as you just saw, in between turns, thanks to that burn. And as always, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle. So if we do hit that 20-minute time limit, we will go into single battle overtime. But again, we don't want to do that. We want one of these teams to get there, and their losing streaks, and get a big win. Dream Eater there from Exeggutor won't work. No one's asleep. Gardevoir, the speed advantage now being on the Psychics, goes with a dual wind beat. Gets one hit onto Runerigus, and that Wandering Spirit, so to switch abilities with Gardevoir. I think it might switch back when it hits again. No, it won't. Sorry, I apologize. So Telepathy has gone to Runerigus. Swampert now. It's going to go with a Coil, just looking to boost its own stats. So Runerigus is going to be the slowest one on the field. Runerigus having 145 base defense and 105 special defense. So clearly a very defensive Pokemon, obviously. Here it goes. Going with a double hit. Going for multiple hits in this battle. Goes for Exeggutor. Gets off two very good hits, taking Exeggutor down in the yellow. There's that burn again, affecting Gardevoir. Gardevoir being very specially based, having 125 special attack, 115 special defense. See if I can make the most of it in this battle. Exeggutor. It's going to go with a Psychic. It's going to get that stab boost being a Psychic type Pokemon. Goes for Runerigus, and it'll eliminate Runerigus with that Psychic attack. That is fantastic for the Saffron Psychics. Getting the first elimination of this battle. Gardevoir going to go with a Dragon Tail. Obviously going to go for Swampert being the only opposing Pokemon. It's not going to do much damage, but it'll send Swampert back into the party. And out will come Flygon, who that move would have actually been super effective on. Going to see Swampert come back out shortly though. So Saffron Psychics are actually lost 6 games, the first 6 games of this season. So they are yet to ever win a game in the Elite Challenge League. Today could be that day, as they're currently sitting 17th, but they're facing the 16th place Viridian Fissure. Exeggutor still with that speed advantage after the agility is going to go with Facade. Continuing to target Swampert. Flygon now. Having that speed of 100, goes with a Syrian Shot. It's going to hit everyone on the field, and this is going to take out Exeggutor with that super effective hit. So Exeggutor has been eliminated. That is 1 down per side. Gardevoir with its opportunity to respond. Gardevoir being a Psychic Fairy type. See if we can take advantage of that Fairy type over Flygon's Ground Dragon typing. Swampert now. It's going to go with a Sleep Powder, but it will fail. That might... Unfortunately, Gardevoir already being burned, can't get that second status condition. Starmie now is coming out for the Saffron Psychic. Starmie with that 100 special attack, but it's 115 speed where it'll have an advantage. It should be going first on this turn, and here it will go. As I was saying as well, Flygon also has that 100 base attack, so it can pack a punch. Fury Swipes now coming from Starmie. Gets 1 hit. Has 2. There's 3. It'll only get 3 onto Swampert, but it will take it down into the yellow. Flygon now. Gonna go with a Play Rough. And is going to target Gardevoir. And this will eliminate Gardevoir. So Flygon will get its second elimination of this battle so far. Fantastic start for Flygon. Gardevoir goes back to the party. Swampert now. It's going to go with a Block. So obviously it's just going to target Starmie. So Starmie won't be able to escape and go back to the bench. Mr. Rhyme now coming out for the Saffron Psychics. Mr. Rhyme coming out with that 110 special attack, 100 special defense. Starmie still with that speed advantage. And it's going to go with a Frenzy Plant. Surely it's going to want to target Swampert with this move. And it will. This should get the job done. And it does. Swampert has been eliminated with that super effective attack. Fantastic move there by Starmie. Flygon with an opportunity to respond. It's going to go with a Rock Wrecker. Surely it's going to want to target Mr. Rhyme. And it does, and it's a one-hit wonder. Mr. Rhyme has been eliminated before he even gets the opportunity to use a move. That's 3 in a row for Flygon. Fantastic showing there. So just when Saffron Psychics even things up, the Viridian Fissure take down another Pokemon. Alakazam coming out for the Saffron Psychics. And Hippowdon coming out for the Viridian Fissure, starting that Sandstorm with its Sandstream ability. So the Saffron Psychics will be taking damage in between turns from that Sandstorm. Alakazam coming on with 135 special attack and 120 speed, so it's even faster than Starmie, and it's going to go with a Wrap attack. Targeting Flygon, it won't do much damage now, but Flygon will be taking damage in between turns. That Wandering Spirit has made its way all the way to Alakazam after going from Runerigus to Gardevoir to Flygon, and now it's with Alakazam. See where that Wandering Spirit can get to next. Hippowdon now going with the Absorb, targeting Alakazam. Hippowdon being very physical with that 112 attack, 118 defense. It's even got 108 HP, so 3 stats above 100. See if we can make the most of it. It has had a tendency to, unfortunately, eliminate itself from battles on numerous occasions. Vicious Rend from Alakazam will target Hippowdon with a big hit, taking it down into the yellow with that super effective move. Starmie looking to capitalize. Starmie does have that water typing, which can help it over Hippowdon. Goes with an Ice Fang, and this will be super effective on Flygon, and Flygon just holds on. Unbelievable, that hit from Starmie there. These Starmie and Flygon currently having a fair bit of momentum in this battle. Power Trip now coming from Flygon onto Alakazam. Decent hit with that super effective move. And that Wandering Spirit actually goes back to Flygon and continues to shift around the battlefield. Hippowdon now. It's going to go with a Zap Cannon. Surely it's going to want to target Starmie. This will be super effective. And it does. Massive hit, and Starmie holds on as well, but Starmie will be paralyzed, so it will probably become the slowest Pokemon on the field. Taking damage now from that Sandstorm. And that Wrap is actually going to eliminate Flygon, so even though it held on after that Ice Fang, Flygon has been eliminated thanks to the Wrap from Alakazam. I was almost going to say the Sandstorm from Hippowdon. Mamoswine now coming out for the Viridian Fissure. So both sides are down 3 Pokemon apiece. They've got 3 remaining each side. You have to think Viridian Fissure, looking at the health at the moment, have the advantage with Starmie barely holding on at the moment. We have a cut now coming from Alakazam, targeting Hippowdon, only chipping away at the ground type. Mamoswine with his Ice Ground type, and he's going to go with a takedown. Starmie will avoid that attack, but unfortunately that paralysis has prevented Starmie from doing any moves. Hippowdon now is going to go with a Court Change, but it will fail. Starmie's going to take damage from the Sandstorm, but it's still holding on. Mamoswine coming onto this field has that 130 base attack, so it has the potential to wipe out Pokemon with very powerful moves. We're going to get an Overheat now coming from Alakazam, targeting Hippowdon, and it's actually going to eliminate Hippowdon with that Overheat. Alakazam's special attack will be lower, but it will get that elimination. The Saffron Psychics have taken the lead in this battle. Mamoswine's going to respond with a Mist. There it is. Starmie now is able to shake off that paralysis, and it's going to go with a Hyper Beam. Massive move before this Sandstorm, surely going to take it out. And a very big hit onto Mamoswine. There's that Sandstorm though, taking Starmie out of this battle, so it would have been recharging on the next one. So we are back to 2 Pokemon aside. They are level again. Slowbro coming out as the last Pokemon for the Saffron Psychics, and Sandaconda coming out as the last Pokemon for Viridian Fissure. It is the Galarian form of Slowbro. Does have a 100 attack and 100 special attack, whereas Sandaconda is coming on with that 107 attack and 125 defense. Got a rollout now coming from Alakazam. It's going to target Sandaconda, not do a great deal of damage. It will start to do more damage per turn if it can continue to hit. Mamoswine's going to go with a Dazzling Gleam. Hits both opposing Pokemon. Not very effective on Slowbro, however. Having that Poison type, and a Poison Psychic type is Slowbro. Storm Throw now coming from Sandaconda. And this will target Slowbro, also not doing a great deal of damage, even as a critical hit. Slowbro now has opportunity to respond. A very slow Pokemon, only having that 30 base speed. Goes with a corrosive gas, so it's going to burn up everybody's leopard berries. So Viridian Fissure won their first game in the Elite Challenge League, but they've lost their next 5, so their record's 1-5. So one team in this battle is on a losing 5 streak, the other having lost 6. Here's that rollout continuing from Alakazam. We're getting very close to potentially seeing it end for one of them today. Mamoswine. It's going to go with the gravity. It's not really going to have any impact on this battle as no Pokemon is a flying type. Sandaconda. It's going to go with a Leaf Storm. If this was the Cantonian Slowbro, you'd have to think it'd be super effective, but it's not very effective on Slowbro's poison typing. Sandaconda's special attack will be lowered from that as well. Slowbro with an opportunity to respond, it's just going to go with the happy hour though, so everyone's going to get caught up in that happy atmosphere. Now, as always, in our description below, we do have a link to our Instagram page where you can get regular fixture and ladder updates, so always feel free to check that out. Always happy to have more people. Rollout hits for a 3rd time from Alakazam. Gets that critical hit, so that's the most damage we've seen that not very effective rollout on Sandaconda. Mamoswine's going to go with a Reflect type. It's going to copy Slowbro. So Mamoswine looking at it being a Psychic Poison type now. Dragon Rush is going to come from Sandaconda and it will hit at targeting Alakazam and it will get the elimination. Alakazam has been eliminated. Saffron Psychics are down to their very last Pokemon in Slowbro. It needs to do something here. And it's going to go with a Scald. This should be super effective if it targets Sandaconda, and it does, and it actually gets the elimination. So Sandaconda has been eliminated by Slowbro. We are down to 1 Pokemon aside. Somebody is surely going to get the victory here. We do not want to see an explosion. Let's hope we don't see an explosion. Mamoswine. Both Pokemon now also being Psychic Poison types. Mamoswine's going to go with the mean look. So Slowbro can't escape, but there was no one for it to switch it back in the party with anyway. Now Slowbro is going to go with a Volt Switch. So it will actually hit because Mamoswine has lost its ground typing and Mamoswine's just holding on in the red. So Slowbro has the advantage. Saffron Psychics are so close to getting their first win. Slowbro doesn't have the speed advantage, so we're getting an Aqua Ring from Mamoswine. So it will be looking to restore its health in between turns. Slowbro needs to capitalize and get a move off right now. And it's going to go with the Dragon Rush. Same move that took out Alakazam. And that is it. The Saffron Psychics have won their first battle of the season. Fantastic. Just beating out the Viridian Fissure. Amazing showing. Well done there by Slowbro and the Saffron Psychics. You have to think the Viridian Fissure are not going to be happy with this. That is their 6th straight loss of the season. And unbelievable. And you got to give it up to Flygon. Very amazing performance. I think it was 3 eliminations. Unbelievable. Unfortunately, it did get caught by that wrap after Starmie hit it with the Ice Fang. And there was that Wandering Spirit going from Pokemon to Pokemon. I think it made 5 moves throughout this whole battle. Saffron Psychics again have their first win. Fantastic. Let's hope they can keep up that momentum. Next week they're going to be taking on the Verbank Venom, who they will have a type advantage over, but the Venom have been doing very well so far this season. So the Saffron Psychics will have their hands full, or their minds full with their Psychic powers. Whereas the Viridian Fissure will be taking on the Hearthome Haunts in Viridian City, who have also been having a very good season. So both teams will have their very challenging weeks next week. Let's see if they can come out, even though they'll be going in as the underdogs. But unbelievable. Starmie and Flygon did very well, especially for the Saffron Psychics, to take down Flygon and eliminate that momentum that the semi-pseudo legendary was building. Here was the first Dragon Rush of the battle that put the Viridian Fissure in the lead right at the end. Slowbro did really well to respond with that Scald, and then hitting a Dragon Rush of its own onto Mamoswine. Fantastic. So this will get them further away from the bottom of that ladder. If either of these teams can build momentum over a third of the way through the season, clearly they do not want to lose, and they want to make it into the top 8. But Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and always remember, you are awesome, and I will speak to you next time.